He is going to score underneath the sticks. What a statement.
Has it come off his leg? It seems like it has. What a try from Stuart here, though. Captain taking it in his own hands.
It's a try for the captain.
Try time by October, in for the try.
It's Monuments in the second half, carried nicely. Try time.
Down the blind side for Otenikwa.
Skitterende voete deur sy.
Hierdie manne van Grey College as hulle opbeweeg na die komend.
And out of nowhere, try scored by Durbanville.
Oh, he's going to go all the way, will he? In the left-hand corner.
What a run by the feather. Bobby Alexander, that is phenomenal, sir. Spots a gap. Quino on the outside centre. Welcome back. I tell you what, the action never stops here at Affies, and it's going to get a whole lot more heated because the hosts are about to take the field in this second 15 battle. Affies going up against Welkom Gim in the North-South Rugby Tournament, brought to you by Barloworld Toyota Menlyn. The Affies second 15, a couple of big names to watch out for. And joining me in the commentary booth once again, Bapiwa, congratulations, because this is a goodie.
Definitely there. Thank you so much once again, Derek. Great to be with you. Looking at that Affies second side, led there in the front by Francois Roots, who's going to be very strong in the breakdowns for Affies. It's a star-studded lineup. I'll only choose a few. Number 8, Bayers Ruas, who's playing his first year of rugby this year. Number 10, STEHAN HEYMANS, the man only in grade 11. Looking outside him, ULRICH van der Merwe, massive. Watch the running lines from that man. And then the wheels at the back, Rasima Sambo, as well as number 15, JL van Rensburg.
Certainly some big names in this lineup. Well, the first 15 went down a couple of nights ago to Oakdale. The second 15 went on to win their respective match. This time around, having a look, they're 43-13 victors they were over Oakdale. So certainly a very, very strong side Affies are, and one to certainly watch out for as we look again at some of these massive names, well, these big players with their names attached. And I know we spoke about it earlier, but full credit must go to Affies and the staff for really looking after the field despite the downpour that we enjoyed overnight and earlier today. We really thought we'd be in for a torrid time. That wasn't the case because they managed to clean it up rather nicely, and it has survived the drenching, should we say. But as we see Welkom Gim make their way out onto the field. Welkom Gim, incidentally, Bapiwa, they lost their first match to EG Janssen 51-17. So there's no doubt about it, they would be the underdogs going into this clash.
They will be certainly the underdogs. I mean, playing against the home side Affies here as we see them run on. But watch out though, Welkom Gim, Mzwake Khumalo at the back of that scrum, converted backline player into a number 8, and also a first team prop reserve, I believe. We've also got Jared Kleinboy, whose accuracy at number 10 is something to behold, led by Tato Mototo. That is your Welkom Gim second side.
No question, he really is a jack of all trades as we're about to get things underway in this cracker of a clash on day 3 at the North-South Rugby Tournament. And away things go as Welkom Gim kick things off, and it is a knock on almost immediately from Affies. Can Welkom Gim take immediate advantage? Van der Merwe gets his backline going, and there's an attempted break from Panyane, but it is intercepted from Affies. Potkira kicks ahead. Nicely done by the number 9. Picked up at the back. Some terrific speed brought on by Olifant. Well worked by Shabalala. Van der Merwe unleashes his backs once more. Silwanyana held up. He'll want to go to ground fairly quickly. Affies are going to try their best to stop him. Eventually, he does go down. Scrum the way of Affies.
Great passage of play there from the second side of Affies were deciding there on the third phase that they'd rather go for some real estate behind the Welkom Gim line. Collected nicely there at the back by Cladi Peñane. Unfortunately staying upright in the tackle. Held up, maul was called and the ball was lost.
Push him away. Okay.
Nice enterprising play there from Welkom Gim. We spoke about them definitely being the underdogs in this clash.
Crouch!
You can see the size advantage enjoyed by Affies. Let's see what happens come scrum time.
No stability. Guys, everybody's overextended.
So the first team of Affies
So
are known as die Witbulle, and we've had this debate because the original Witbulle were from Monument. But if I'm not mistaken, the second 15 is called die Tira.
100% there, Derek, as
that's nice and close.
the second team of Affies. Scrum down again.
Bind! Sit! Steady, steady, steady! Elbow up, elbow up! Elbows up! Elbows up, son!
Potgieter gets the ball in, a very strong shove from Affies, broken through from the back by Delport.
Stay, stay!
Potgieter, high kick from the base of the ruck and knocked on.
Unfortunately, Cappy.
Okay, so knocked on from a couple of players, and it will be scrum the way of Welkom Gim.
I like the thinking of this Tira side here, Derek, choosing to put the ball behind the defense, wanting to play in the opposition 22, not willing to make mistakes in their own.
Can tell you what this Affies side look full of running, and Welkom Gim are in for a long afternoon unless they curb that running ASAP, especially when it comes to the scrum. Watch the scrum once again.
Stay, stay, elbows up! Yes, no.
And there goes the Affies scrum one more time, backpedaling in complete reverse of Welkom Gim. Fian van der Merwe doing his absolute best to try and get his hand on the ball, and they manage to compose matters somewhat. Booted up front, collected by Sambo. Passes it off to Van Rensburg and can't hold on. Van der Merwe, he'll be kicking himself. That was a languid display from the Affies backline. 3-4 men out wide and absolutely blowing it.
Disappointing there from ULRICH van der Merwe, getting the ball in a standstill position, not expecting it to flow as front. I think he wasn't expecting that pass to begin with there, Derek. He was very static in that movement.
You need to keep that elbow up, no?
Well, I can tell you that it is Welkom Gim's put in at the scrum, but I can't tell you if they will get the ball back based on what we saw last time out at the set piece, because there's only one side in it at the moment when it comes to the scrums, and you'll see why now.
Stay nine, stay nine, stay nine.
Much better effort from Welkom Gim. Kumalo manages to get his hands on the ball, but again it is turned over only just.
Roll, well done.
Van der Merwe gets rid of it quickly, booted up by Kleinboy, but quickly collected. Affies on the attack again, broken through, only just though. Yes, Van Rensburg goes down eventually. Potgieter to Herter, looking to hurt some bodies. Penalty, Welkom Gim. Yeah, they're holding on, the men from the Free State.
It's not as if the penalty is going to go away, my son.
Surprising call there from the referee. We heard him say, tackler roll away, expecting that penalty to go to the side of Affies, but instead choosing to go with holding on of the ball from that Affies side.
Really like that comment from the referee. You could hear the Welkom Gim players protesting about the ball going away during the penalty, and he said, no, don't relax, it's not like I'm going to take away the penalty.
Green, look at me.
It's
when
still
the hand
there.
comes down, you can
Eric
move.
Jooster there taking the first ball up, unfortunately called out by the referee for holding on to the ball on the ground.
Throw it to the middle, and Welkom Gim come away with the ball. Kleinboy gets it off to Silwanyana, who goes down, and it is stolen by his opposite number, Tian Muller.
And then by green ball.
So a scrappy start to proceedings. 5 minutes into the clash. No score on the board.
Well done, gents.
Couple of
I like this
knock-ons.
space, Thank you.
Sides starting to find
There we
their
go.
feet
Gent,
on
gent. Get
this
those feet
very
underneath
wet
your body. We're gonna
ground
slip.
here at Affies.
Stay there. Come a bit closer. Green, there we go. There we go.
Great instructions there by
Wait for me,
referee
nine.
Rodney
Coach!
Bock.
Fine. Sit.
Potgieter gets it out. Another strong scrum from Affies.
Almost out, you could've
Gets it
taken
through to HEYMANS. HEYMANS chops it ahead. And that's directly out. So another error. This match is just riddled with them so far.
Game full of errors. The idea is right though. That's what I'm liking about this Affies side. They've told themselves that they're going to play in the opposition half, and therefore they will kick that ball down there until they get it right, contest, and see what they can scrounge from that.
Of course, Affies, one of the Springbok rugby factories,
Advantage over
as
for the kick.
Welkom Gim win their line-out, and surely that would be advantage to Affies. That was a knock-on, it looked as.
Number
Oh,
3.
well, we'll go through for the line-out, funny enough. It looked like a clear-as-day knock-on to me. But what do I know? I do know it is Affies line-out. Inside Welkom Gim's half. Still no score on the board. Francois Roots to throw in, and he finds his jumper in Crucius. Tian Muller breaks through, as does Van der Merwe. He goes down.
Oh, beautiful onside.
Potgieter kicks it ahead. Plenty of runners going on. And that will just go out. Some brave defending by Matsoso. He's confident that the ball would go out. It did. Fair play to him. But it was touch and go for a second.
Yeah, Jaco Potgieter there trying to put his team on the front foot, dabbing it once again with what we'd call the upper, which is the box kick there behind. Unfortunately, the ball beating the man, and over the deadboard line it went.
Who's the best proponent of a box kick that you've ever
Get
seen?
that shoulder out.
I
And you're
must
not
say it's
square.
right next
So you're
door, a
coming in.
man by the name of Farid
Stay
Dupreer.
square.
Definitely one of the best box kickers I've ever seen in my life, Derek.
Free Dupree, of course, a product of Affies. I'm actually seeing his portrait watched down over us here in the commentary booth. Legend of the game. I've got to say, Free Dupree right there. And here as we speak, here's a break now from Welkom Gim. Brilliant running from Penyane. Is he caught alone? No, the Welkom Gim support is there as Potgieter gets it out. And another error by Welkom. In fact, no, it's advantage. So, another crack. Welkom Gim have. Gregan Boyson there, and we'll go back for the penalty. So Penyane, a terrific break from the outside centre.
Lovely line break there from Utladi Penyane. After that scrum, Potgieter gets it out to him. He spots a gap right through.
Going for posts.
And as we look at it again, that was Potgieter there, passing out to his back line, and through the gap goes Penyane. Ball in two hands, deciding whether to kick or not, decides to go on his own. Tackled, unfortunately. The Affies boys there going off their feet
Just step behind the
in
kicker,
the
guys.
ruck, calls referee Bock.
Welkom Gim with the chance to go in front and deliver the first points of the match. As we head towards the 10-minute mark, it is kicked and it is over. Welkom Gim take the lead, and I take my hats off to them. The man delivering the points, Jared Kleinboy.
Educated left boot there by Kleinboy, turned around directly after connecting it. 3 points to Welkom Gim.
Collected once again by Welkom Gim. I think just outside their 22. Van der Merwe gets it through to Kleinboy. Penalty kicker. And attempted collection from Affies. Eventually they do so. Van Rensburg hoofs it up ahead. And that will roll out. So not a great result for Affies. Very good result for Welkom Gim.
J.L. van Rensburg put under pressure there after a slip from MEYER BASSON on the left wing. Unfortunate comedy of errors, bringing them right back to where they started.
So Welkom Gim, after torrid time in the first 2 scrums, they certainly have fought their way back quite well. And Affies will want to reassert their dominance, especially now. They're now 3 points behind early in the game. Welkom doing a bit of running. And there we have a very good scrum from Affies. However, Welkom can manage to get the ball out. Kleinboy trying his best to make use of some very rubbish ball that he received. By no fault of the scrum off. Van der Merwe, though. When you're behind a backpedaling scrum like that, you can't really do much.
That was definitely putting soup before the rice there with that pass to Kleinboy. Really scrappy stuff. The little man unable to collect, costing his team now.
Jaco Potgieter. If you have a look at Jaco Potgieter, very much a Bobby Skinstad tongue continually shown. We'll see as he's about to put the ball in. Welkom Gim holding on to that 3-0 lead. Broken off the back. Potgieter gets it through to his fly half. And again, they can't hold on. This time, Snyman knocking on. And there's another knock on. So we'll go back for the original one, courtesy of the Affies outside centre. So that was some disastrous running from the local side. Looking to get one back for the north. The south side certainly have been tremendous over the last couple of days here at north-south.
That ball nicely floated there to the outside. Looked like it hit the player's chest there, Derek. Unable to hold on to it, as it seemed that the wet weather coming to the game again.
Welkom Gim with the put in again. Much steadier this time around as Kleinboy collects, gets it through to Boyson. Boyson tries to break through, eventually goes down. Van der Merwe. Kleinboy opts to go the boot. Not a bad kick, in fact. Sends Van Rensburg reversing. And we'll go back for another penalty. The referee ruled this time round. He looks quite upset, actually.
Kleinboy coming into a space of his own here, realizing that there's too much rugby to be played in wet weather. You can't go that far with the phases, so deciding that I'm going to put this on the boot and put some pressure, employing the same tactic that this Affies side employed earlier on in this half.
Kleinboy looking for touch, and he does not find it, so a mistake from Welkom Gim. Kick deep into Welkom Gim's half, and Peterson will let that roll out. You have to be furious with your kicker for not finding touch there. Golden opportunity. You just had to find touch. Doesn't matter. Don't need to go very far. That being said, it is their put in and the line out. However, they are deep inside their own half too. Vosloo with the throw in. And tapped down by Machogo, but that was extremely skew.
Skew as they come there, Derek. The hooker has to ensure that he's throwing to the inside shoulder of his jumper, allowing the opposition a chance, an opportunity to contest. And we saw right there the ball just floating right past the right shoulder of what looked like Lennox Koza from Welkom Gim.
Midway through the first half, and it's Welkom Gim leading 3 points to 0. Good work from the base from Delport as Affies go blind. Here's an opportunity now. Pass out to the forwards. Herter goes down. Potgieter releases his backs. This time round, here's a chance. Krutus popped up to Muller. And the ball is lost once again. Kleinboy to do the rescue work. Kicks it through and he finds touch. Celebrations are plenty in front of us from the sidelines of the reserves from Welkom Gim.
Desperate defense there from Welkom Gim on their own 5-meter line. As you saw, the 2 pods being set up there by Vlahof HEYMANS. Second pod also set up, missed the first tackle. Pop up, unfortunately there for them. Ball ripped in the tackle there by Brayton Peterson.
Brayton Peterson doing a superb job as Affies get their own line out. Carried up down the middle. Potgieter, HEYMANS, long pass from him. Van Rensburg gets it through to his outside man. Van Rensburg. Snyman gets past the 22. Potgieter. Crucious.
Smashed.
Potgieter. HEYMANS spots his lock on the outside, who can't hold on. And another chance goes a-begging, and you can see the frustration creeping amongst the Affies boys.
Some niggle too here in this game. Derek, referee Rodney Bock having to get involved here. We've seen some scrappy play. The players are getting frustrated with themselves as we look at it again. Dummy pass there to number 5, Van Wyk Groothuis, unable to hold on to the ball. Terribly frustrating from the Affies side.
Tell you what, if ever a man lived up to his surname, Van Wyk Groothuis. He's a big boy, that number 5. The Welkom Gim holding on to their 3-0 lead. Haven't seen many games go this long without a try being scored.
Not as far as I've seen, Derek. This one seeming a more tighter affair than what I thought at the beginning of this game.
100%. I thought that Affies would dominate this clash, and that's not to be whatsoever. Welkom Gim getting out of their 22 with a neat kick. That was a very good kick, in fact. So Welkom Gim holding on. It's these little things, because there's no question that Affies have the bigger pack, and we've seen it in the lineouts and the scrums, but it's small little victories. I know in the earlier game we spoke about inches, a game of inches, and winning those tiny little battles. So being able to get out to withstand that amount of pressure and escape with something like that, that would be a mini victory for your side without conceding, and yet still managing to put up a fight.
Very well done there from this Welkom Gim side.
Another kick upfield from Affies, and that will roll out. Was that touched by the Affies winger? The Welkom winger. Touch judge rules no. That was Matsoso, who just let the ball go out. Pressure now once again on Welkom Gim.
I've seen a lot of these bump balls here, Derek, showing that backline, the fullbacks in this case, not in the right positions to collect the kicks.
Brilliantly taken in the middle of the line out by Welkom Gim. A little hoodwink there from Vian van der Merwe. And she gets it out to Kleinboy. He does well to clear it. Picked up by Van Rensburg. Gets past his man. Passes it inside. Terrific running. Potgieter. Just outside the 22. Potgieter goes left this time. Van der Merwe tackled. Potgieter to Delport. HEYMANS. Passed inside, and this will be the first try of the game, courtesy of Tiaan Muller. Affies eventually get on the board.
Lovely work in the build-up of that try there from Tiaan Muller. A flanker from Affies. Patience shown and rewarded at last are Affies. As we look back then, the first pod is set up choosing to go the opposite direction, coming back again. Out was HEYMANS, popping the ball to his outside man, Dean Miller, with nobody to catch him there.
HEYMANS with the attempted conversion, and it's a good one. Affies in front, 7 points to 3. Their territorial and possession dominance finally paying off.
I think the nerves will be out now from these Affies boys, only scoring their first try after 20 minutes in this game. It should get exciting from here on out.
Yeah, there's no question that's the longest we've waited to witness a first try of the game. Just under 10 minutes to go before half time. And it's Kleinboy to restart matters. A nice hanging kick from the number 10. And that came off the boot, and that is knocked on by Van Rensburg. And here's a chance. No, what does the referee deem? He says it was originally knocked on by Welkom Gim. Thought that Welkom Gim may have got away with it. But it's not up to me.
Would have loved to see some advantage play there from referee Bok. It seems like he's given the scrum to Welkom Gim.
That is strange.
Surprising, not letting the boys play.
Unless Welkom Gim then committed an offence straight afterwards, after the knock-on from Van Rensburg. But I don't recall that happening.
Oh well, the referees have been good thus far.
They have. And just outside their 22, much better effort in the scrum from Welkom. And there go the backs. Interesting decision to try and mix things up, and that was stolen. Very well done too by Sambo, but it is advantage Welkom Gim. So Sambo being told exactly what's spotting. He understands his error.
As we look at it again, scrum there, the ball going behind there from Kleinboy. Tackle coming in there on Brayton Peterson. It looked like the referee might be adjudging him for a high tackle.
Okay. Because yeah, in terms of the turnover, I mean, he did it to absolute textbook perfection. Welkom Gim with the chance to narrow that gap to 1. Kleinboy with the shot, and it hits the post. Unfortunate for him, but Affies now looking to get out of their 22. Attack from Matsotso. Passes it back to his fullback, Peterson. Van der Merwe finds Silwanyana. He's driven back, but he carries on going. Penalty, Affies. Be interesting to see if Affies now, what they choose to do. Remember, a few seconds ago, Welkom Gim opting for the penalty attempt. Affies instead going for touch.
Yeah, it looks like the nerves have settled here from the Pretoria side. Affies going for the line. Unfortunate therefore, Silwanyana taking it up, isolated in the middle of the park. No one from his side to help him in the ruck, and holding on was the call.
Finds his jumpers, does roots, collects at the back as the Affies machine begins to roll on. Encouraged by Jaco Potgieter. Broken through by ULRICH. And he carries on going, falling just short of the 5. Potgieter goes left, De Bruin. Potgieter. HEYMANS finds his outside centre, Rowan Snyman. Potgieter spots a gap. Brought down just short. And it is number 7 who jogs down on the side. Andre Smith is never going to let that opportunity go as Affies get their second try. Andre Smith, it just opened up for him. And he just had to dot down. Easy as you like, but a lot of the work done initially by Jaco Potgieter.
Yeah, I'd love to take another look at this. Potgieter sending it out wide, ensuring that the defense is committed out there. He makes his way back to the base of the scrum, choosing to go by himself. He rolls once, he rolls twice, just to ensure that his support gets there on time. And number 7, Andre Smith, cantering over the line untouched.
Affies getting their second try. Will they get their second conversion? Here it comes. And it's another good one. That man in picture, HEYMANS, doing the business. 14 points to 3. Affies lead Welkom Gim in this second 15 battle. STEHAN HEYMANS. Fly half for Affies. Been a composed performance so far from the pivot. Nothing too flashy. And there is another knock-on.
Be interesting what the referee calls there. Looked like accidental offside. Could have been a long arm there to the boys from Welkom Gim.
Continued frustration amongst the Affies boys. You can see Potgieter not happy with his forwards. This is after all that. Beautiful surrounds here at Affies. A rugby factory of note. Right next door to one of the strongest sides to have ever come out of South Africa, or the world really, the Bulls. Another great shove from Affies. Plenty of pressure now on Welkom Gim. There goes the ball through. Chasing hard is Potgieter, as well as Delport. And it is booted away by Boyson, but only straight into the hands of Affies, who still can't hold on, but that ball went backwards. HEYMANS spreads it wide. Van Rensburg. Pass from him, and he finds his man Sambo. Sambo gets it back inside to Van Rensburg, and Van Rensburg will dot down in the corner.
Lovely sights from Affies. Nerves have calmed down, giving Van Rensburg a nice dive over the whitewash. And as the sun comes out, it seems like this Affies home side have found themselves in this game.
Yeah, it is lovely to see the sun come out. Very overcast, but that being said, somewhere sun has managed to find a gaping hole as the Affies men managed to do so against Welkom Gim. There you see, it did go backwards. There could have been a question for a knock-on. But Van Rensburg doing a lot of hard work. Sambo getting it back inside him, and the fullback, with the greatest of ease, getting another try. HEYMANS with the attempt once again, and it hits the upright. So no go this time around. First time for him that he's failed to convert. As Affies begin to assert their dominance.
It was an unfortunate kick out by Gregan Boyson, not able to reach the line, resulting in another try by Affies here.
Was it you and I that were commentating the other day when Gregan Boyson came onto the field?
Correct. And he was playing in the reserve scrum-off position on that day.
It was the first 15 game, and he came on as reserve scrum-off, which was pretty apt, given his moniker. Delport. Potgieter. HEYMANS. HEYMANS, a crossfield kick from him, and he finds Matsoso Peterson. He's held on nicely, and that will be knocked on by Pignane. Pignane kicks across. Referee playing advantage, but eventually decides to blow it. What has he decided here? So originally I thought it was just a simple knock-on. No, he was actually playing advantage in favor of Welkom Gim.
I think lucky there for Welkom Gim. It
Extremely.
looked like a Christmas present being gifted to Affies there. That ball going nowhere really from the boot. Referee calls them back for a long arm.
Kleinboy This time making no mistake to find touch. Remember his earlier error, which they went on to rue. This time around, can they make the most of their position inside the Affies 22? For Slur. And can't quite find his jumpers, but Van der Merwe is there to clean up, gets Kleinboy. Passed out to Panyane. Panyane held up by his opposite number. Eventually, he goes to ground. Panyane frustrated, but it's a quick tap. Interesting decision there by Welkom Gim. As Fourie makes his way towards the line.
Ball spread out wide there by Van der Merwe, setting up a pot in the middle of the park. Referee has his mouth on the whistle once again for another advantage. It's a second penalty given away.
And here they go. And it is overturned, taken by Potgieter. He's got a man on his outside. Penalty Affies.
It's just our day, isn't it, Derek? These young men deciding to play past, way past the hooter today. 2 minutes, 25 seconds after the halftime hooter has sounded.
Well, I think it was the first match of the day. It went past 10 minutes of added time at the end.
And it looks like they want some more, kicking into the 22 of Welkom Gim.
.22 now. Can Affies have one final say in this half? 19 points to 3 they lead. Easy jump from Dion Herter. Collects with no contest. And there's a run on the side from Delport. Potgieter gets it to his big man. And it is an easy try for Affies. Van Wyk getting on the score sheet. He rumbled right through that Welkom Gim defense.
Turned out to be a great call there, Derek. 2 minutes, 30 seconds after the hooter, they get a penalty, deciding not to tap and finish the half, deciding to kick into the opposition 22 and being rewarded are Affies. As we look at that again, they had the rolling maul going, letting the ball go out on the left-hand side. They're unable to claim the ball. They're number 6, Silwanyana from Welkom Gim. The ball coming out, one pass into space, try time.
STEHAN HEYMANS looking to add the 2, and he does it once again as Affies take a commanding 26 points to 3 lead going into the break. And that wraps up the first 30 of this clash on day 3 of the North-South Rugby Tournament, brought to you by Barloworld Toyota Menlyn.
Sometimes when I come home, I wonder what I would say to my younger self. Maybe I would say, ungenayonga yona kid inhle okanye ibhadlileyo. Ndakubona intwana ezimiseleyo. Kodwa qina, qhubeka ufunde, qhubeka udlala, qhubeka ukholelwa. Ngenye imini ukukhanya kuzokufumana.
Barloworld Toyota Menlyn, nou groter en beter. Ons het geskuif, nou oorkant Menlyn Myn Pretoria. Jou nommer 1 handelaar vir nuwe en gebruikte motors, dienste en parte. Skakel ons gerus by 012 995 1700.
Welcome back to this clash at Affies. It is day 3 of the North-South Rugby Tournament. Brought to you by Barloworld Toyota Menlyn. Half-time, Affies, the home side, lead Welkom Gim 26 points to 3.
A rather nervy start from Affies, a tweede span, fondly known as the Tira, as we look at some of the tries that they scored. Setting up a pod nicely in the middle there were the Affies boys. Scrum half, giving the ball out to the fly half. Tian Miller in the yellow scrum cap, scoring their first score. Great ball behind the backline there did we see from Welkom Gim. Unfortunately, number 14, Rusimba Sambo, called out for a high tackle. Quick play there by Jaco Potgieter, setting up his number 7, Andre Smith, for a lovely try. And then that unsuccessful kick from number 12, Gregan Boyson, unable to be collected there by the boys from Affies.
Stan HEYMANS about to get things back underway. The side well in control of this clash. That being said, Welkom Gim certainly put up a fight in that first half, but they'll rue some costly mistakes that handed possession straight back into the hands of a very dangerous Affies side. And excellent work from number 4, Deon Herter, collecting well. Potgieter assesses his options. Van Jacques de Bruin and Francois Ritz runs through, but he hands it off to MEYER BASSON, who touches down in the corner. The perfect start to the half for the home side.
Textbook stuff there from this Affies side, executing a great KBA, Derek, keeping the ball alive, not allowing the ruck to slow it down. You saw the boys in the tackle, offloading, being rewarded.
So a certain look of despondency across the faces of the Welkom Gim players. But they knew they'd be in for a big fight this afternoon. As STEHAN HEYMANS looks to convert yet again. He's been very good off the tee as the number 10. And this time round, it hits the upright yet again. Like a magnet for him if he's not getting it over, which has been plenty. It hits the upright, and that was terrific work from Deon Herter, jumping to collect the kick. Passed off to Crucius, and Potgieter, right option, going left before it fell into the hands of MEYER BASSON.
Perfect display there from Affies.
Well collected by Ruus. Potgieter to HEYMANS. Gets through one. Terrific play from the number 10. Ankle tap sees him go down. Quickly picked up once again. This time through Van der Merwe. Finds foot. And that goes forward. So Affies have certainly come to play in the second half.
Certainly come out to play in the second half. I would have loved to see a little bit of consolidation there. They want to keep the ball alive, but at the risk of losing the ball in the contact, as we've seen there.
STEHAN HEYMANS has looked very impressive at fly-off. Responsible for that initial break and that last play.
It would seem the coaches must have had and told them about Silwanyana there, good on the floor, telling them that less rucks, the better.
Another dominant scrum from Affies. Turned over. Potgieter making the most of that tight head. Snyman takes some stopping, does the 13. Potgieter. Herter. Potgieter once again. Long pass out to Snyman. Snyman carries on going. He powers through. Stopped just short of the line. Will they be able to force him over?
Knees are on the ground there. They should surely let go.
Excellent defense from Welkom Gim. It will be there put in. Like the look of Snyman. He's got a very Duhan van der Merwe look to him. Big, strong runner.
Yes, and that move started, however, with Jaco Potgieter in the scrum-off position. If you looked in his eyes, he spotted the gap on the left-hand side, decided instantly to go wide, and on the left-hand side, unfortunately for them, not able to hold on to that ball.
Another great scrum from Affies. It is a tight head, but it is penalty. Welkom Gim. Nice TV dive there from Potgieter, all in vain.
I think the call there coming from the AR on the touch line. You saw the tight head from Welkom Gim scrumming nice and low. Unfortunately, his opposite number scrumming in. Called by referee Bok.
Vosloo with the throw. And he manages to evade all the jumpers, but it hands straight into the hands of Lennox Khoza. Good work from Fourie. But Soso playing scrum off now. Long pass from him to Kleinboy. Affies looking to hold it up. Looks as if they will achieve it. And that's exactly what they do the big men from Pretoria.
It was another unfortunate case of wrong body position in the contact there, Derek. The defense from Affies holding the player up. And if you looked really well, it looked like he was paddling through the puddle there in the middle of the field. But unfortunate for Tshepiso Machogo, held up.
Five minutes into the second half. Affies scoring almost immediately after the restart. And they have taken complete control of this encounter. Remember, Welkom Gim led this match 3-0 early on. Had to wait until as late as around the 20th minute for the first try. But when it rains, it pours, especially on a day like today.
Nice one there, Derek. I think the strategy from this Affies side was to dink the ball behind the defense, changing it, switching it up, keeping it ball in hand after the first two kicks, and it looks like it's worked out for them.
Affies men all smiling. If you looked at the scoreboard, you could understand why. They're certainly enjoying themselves out there. Another good scrum. Potgieter out to his fly half, chips it ahead. Does HEYMANS. Running well is BASSON. BASSON tries to collect. Can't quite get there. And some very dangerous play. And could that be a try? Was that knocked on? It was a try. So some disastrous play from Welkom Gim, doing their best to get the ball out. And in the end, it was a simple tap down after the knock on. So Affies get on the board once again. Jeez, That was disastrous from the men from the Free State.
Really messy stuff at the back there, allowing number 7 Regat Voort to score a try. We saw Affies there coming around, deciding to put it on the foot, chased down there by a winger, MEYER BASSON, unfortunately unable to collect there. The pass within the try line to number 12, Gregan Boyson, charged down, allowing the ball to go loose for 7, Regat Voort.
Another attempt from HEYMANS, and it's a good one. Affies starting to run away with things now. The poorest of attempts to try and get outside of your own in-goal area from Welkom Gim, resulting in a simple touchdown from Affies as they take their score to 38. 10 minutes into this, the second half. Collected by Van Rensburg, gets it through to HEYMANS. Booted up ahead by Snyman. Olifant eventually goes down under the watchful eye of Muller. And ball still in play. Matsoso finds his big burly runner on the inside. More defense from Affies, looking to hold the play up. To no avail. Matsoso. Klein boy. Boyson. Matsoso. And that's a knock on, opening the door for Roos. Potgieter skips a few men. HEYMANS, let's pass through to Van der Merwe. Eventually finds the way of Van Rensburg. In fact, it is BASSON who knows one way, and he just falls short. Does the flying winger, looking for his second try. Let's see what the referee rules now. It is advantage, Affies.
Referee slowing the game down there. It was a great tackle there from Welkom Gim, number 14, Olifant. Unfortunately lying on top all over that ball, not allowing it to see some air.
Next guy goes. Good.
Correction there, the number Ayanda Silwanyana.
Yeah.
Potgieter has some big men waiting in the wings, and they take it through. Ferreira knocked back. Very good defense from Welkom Gim. Potgieter. And it's continued attack from Affies, results in yet another try. One-way traffic now. And it looks as if it was that man again, Van Wyk Curtis, getting on the board. The big number 5. That's the second try of the game.
Affies upping the ascendancy in this game. Mistakes are plenty from Welkom Gim, giving away penalties on your 5-meter mark, bound to be punished.
HEYMANS swings that big right boot and sends the ball through the uprights yet again. It's all about survival now for Welkom Gim. Damage control. You know you're going to lose this game. Just a question of how much. Try your best not to concede much more.
Yeah, definitely on the incline of Welkom Gim. And it's not getting any better in the second half.
Jared Kleinboy to restart. Hanging kick from the number 10, well collected by van Rensburg. Potgieter. HEYMANS. Very nice kick from the fly half. Not out though. Oh, it was. Van der Merwe thought otherwise as he tried to attack.
The defensive lines of Welkom Gim next to the ruck, a bit worrying for me at the moment. Derek, placing 5 players that can be beaten by 1 pass. They really need to have a look at that.
Good line out from Welkom Gim. One area where they've actually really been pretty good. As they look to attack once again, doing so on the outside. Matsoso. Dummies, eventually gets it out. Well collected by Koza. Matsoso. Attempted counteract there from Affies, illegally so.
Look like Eindrich Look. They're coming through the side, attempting a contest. Referee Bok not having any of it. Let's see what Kleinboim does. Can he put them in a great position?
Not with kicks like that, unfortunately. HEYMANS. 3 men converging on the ball. Eventually it goes the way of Kleinboim. And it is turned over from Affies. Here they go again. Terrific break from the number 19. Roos pops it out to van Rensburg, and van Rensburg will make no mistake as he goes over for his 2nd try. He's been very impressive.
Definitely van Rensburg there in the 15, a jumper. Coming in on a sweet line, untouched. Clean break, as clean as his shorts. There, Derek. Ball swung wide to number 19. Anton Grootes, brother of Van Wyk Grootes at number 5. Ball coming out quickly there. Another break through the line. Sweet pass to van Rensburg. Scores underneath the sticks.
It's amazing. I've just noticed that now you speak about the shorts. Some of the Affies guys look like they've barely played. Sparkling white. And it's a mud bath out there.
That doesn't say anything good about the Welkom Gim defense.
No, not at all. Unless they change shorts at half time, because we saw that in the previous game where some of the players changed their jerseys. New man on the park. Shahia. Another good kick up ahead. Brayton Peterson doing his best to clean up. Matsoso calling his men quickly. Passes out. Koza. Looked impressive with ball in hand as Lennox Koza. And the ball eventually goes to ground as Matsoso gets it through to Shabalala. And then Affies turning over once again. Excellent play amongst the backs. They are lining up. There's a man on the outside. He's not going to be used for now as Nel goes inside and over. First touch of the ball for Nel.
Interesting name there, Jacques Nel, reminding me of Blue Bull outside center. Coming on, number 22, also taking over the kicking duties, it looks like, as we see the ball come there from the base. Grootes again on the outside, passing to Nel. Nel choosing not to use his outside man, getting away from one tackle, getting away from the second tackle. Try time.
That was a tremendous try from Nel. Tremendous individual effort as well, because, geez, he had plenty of work to do still when he got the ball. And yeah, he made absolutely no mistake. So we know what his running's like. What's his kicking like? His running's a little better.
Running definitely better there from Nel, but it's the defense for me from Welkom Gim. Now stepping in on the inside, missing 3 tackles, no one committing on him, scoring what shouldn't have been a try in my opinion.
The home side dominating this encounter. Can Welkom Gim have somewhat of a consolation try? Kleinboy restarting an Affies attack once again. Booted upfield by Sahia. Well collected. Here's a chance for Peterson. Matsoso opts to go it alone. And unable to hold on, Molesi. But it is penalty, Welkom Gim.
Molese there breathing a sigh of relief. That ball floated nicely into the midsection. Unable to hold on was the prop. But referee coming back for that advantage. Well, that will be his last contribution to the game is Molese. Coming off after that disastrous knock-on.
Ball comes in and eventually won by Welkom Gim. Can they have one throw of the dice, one last throw of the dice? Looking to come away with some respectability to the scoreline. At least get some points on the board. Boyson trying to attack. Matsoso. A wayward pass to no one, eventually collected by Pignane. Pignane struggles to hold on. Matsoso. Big Olivia coming through the middle. The Affies defense, we're ready for him. Matsoso. And that is a charge down, an opportunity once again for Affies as HEYMANS kicks ahead, but it is collected eventually by Matsoso. Watch him break away. Charge down again, and here's an opportunity for Affies, and it is knocked on. Try line at ULRICH van der Merwe's mercy, but he let it get away.
The captain there, Matsoso, running laterally across the field, trying to set up a kick. Charge down as we see him there at scrum off. There's the first charge down from number 22, Junior Mokwena. The ball going backwards, collected by the captain, Mutsoso. Another charge down, unable to collect was number 12, ULRICH van der Merwe, resulting in a scrum feed to Welkom Gim.
So we've seen our Affies' scrum has certainly been the dominant one. And with the try line right there, it may be Welkom Gim's put in. But watch out for this shove from Affies. Fighting hard for the tight head. Big scrum from Affies, but Welkom Gim come away with that, and well. Matsoso does well to get rid of that. It's Van Rensburg now. Score of 2 tries. Breaks through the middle, but Matsoso brings him down. Sambo does well to collect. BASSON bumps off one, bumps off another. Goes down with the third. So here, Grotus. So here, fighting for it. Luke goes down. Sahia gets it through, and it is eventually out to the man once again. Does he get it down? He does. Jeez, he's just come on the park. Was that null again? No, it was not.
It looks like Anton Grotius.
Yes.
In the number 19 jumper, coming on and making himself well known to this Welkom Gim side. Try number 2 from the lad.
Good replacement. Anton Grotius coming on.
Let's have another look here. The first pod, lovely set up there in the middle of the park there from Affies, unable to rip that ball out there from Look, unfortunately. Ball coming out, using the variation on the side. Grotius tackled, but not held. Referee allowing that one to stand.
Very good work from Anton Grotius as Affies take their score past the 60 mark. And another wayward kick from Nell. He'll be very upset with that effort. A little better than the first, but that's not saying much. Affies 62, Welkom Gim 3. Welkom Gim still searching for their first try. Worth remembering again that they led this match. Early penalty before conceding the first try in around the 20th minute. That was a very good effort from Pinar. Not to be, though. As once again they attack. Great run once again from Van der Merwe, breaking through. He's got plenty of men on his outside. Penalty. Going the way of Affies once again. They're certainly not going to go for poles. They're just going to keep on adding and adding and adding to the mix.
And so would I, as Jacques Nel gears up to kick this one towards the Welkom Gim 5-meter line. Welkom Gim defense, a thing for sore eyes at the moment, unable to make their first time tackles, allowing Affies over the gain ball line, and that you won't be able to stop.
Another massive chance now for Affies to add to their tally. 62-3 in front, 5 minutes to go. Venter with the put in. Easily finds his man. He'll wrap up to the back of this. Watch Venter get his hands on the ball. In fact, no, he lets the man in front of him do so. Venter. They go down. Shaya clears it out. HEYMANS. In fact, it's Null once more. Does Null get his second try? What does referee rule? He rules held up. So no try for Null.
Much better there in defense from Welkom Gim. They really have been found wanting in that backline defense. Nell testing them again, and lucky this time. Not lucky, well done this time, holding him up over the try line as we look at it again.
So it doesn't get tougher than this defending for Welkom Gim. A scrum on their 5-meter line. Affies have options aplenty either side. Shea pops it in. Steady scrum from both sides. Unleashed. And there he goes through the middle once more. Van der Merwe. Popped on through to Roos, and Roos powers his way over. Another try for Affies.
Affies really running away with this game now here, Derek. As we see number 8, Roos, the man that's only played rugby for 12 months according to his teammates. I had a chat with them later as we have a look. The switch there to Van der Merwe, bumping the defense off of him. Shahia out to Roos. Try time, sir.
Null with his third attempt of the day. Seen plenty of action since he came on. He came on about 15 minutes ago. Bafana the easiest kick, and it's still wide. Wow. You won't want to see any replays of this performance with the boot. But that being said, with this playing, his in play has been superb.
Certainly not. He'll probably just fast forward that one there. But coming in at a crucial time, the ascendancy rising for Affies. Jacques has had an easier job than our main fly half, STEHAN HEYMANS, in this game.
Well, I agree wholeheartedly. There was your man of the match, J.L. van Rensburg. 2 tries to his name, has broken lines almost every time he's touched the ball. And he has been the star of the show for Affies as the machine continues to roll. Waiting in the wings, brilliantly collected by Shahia. But it is penalty for Welkom Gim. So it all comes to naught for Affies. One more attempt from Affies. 2 minutes to go. Objective 1 done. Find that touchline. Objective 2 is a little harder. Win your line out.
Yeah. As we see again, J.L. van Rensburg, our wintergreen man of the match. Lovely performance there by the young man.
Quick throw in at the front of the line-out. No surprises there from Welkom Gim. Matsoso sets his backs away once again. Kumalo running hard. Taken down the middle. Penalty remains for Welkom Gim.
Tackler not releasing. Called back by referee Rodney Bock. Under a minute left in this encounter here, Derek.
And not finding touch. That was criminal. However, they do manage to get the ball back. Somehow, as I say that, yeah, they keep possession. Penalty remains. And that is disastrous from Matsoso. Very lenient refereeing, it must be said. Here's a chance now for Welkom Gim. Can they have one final say as Panyane goes down? Fourie. And it is stolen by the hard-working flanker foot. Kicked up ahead. Here's a chance for Affies. And what does the referee rule again? This time in front of the kicker, I think it was. So Welkom Gim have a chance to breathe a sigh of relief. Don't know if they'll be conceding another try, but what they really want to do is at least get one for themselves. But so. Deciding to kick for touch. Good decision. As opposed to that quick tap just now, which resulted in a disaster.
They've struggled to get the jumper here in the line-out. Have they, Derek, the boys from Welkom? Let's see if they can pull this one over. Get closer to that try line. And again, it goes messy.
They can't find their men, and Affies will look to get yet another try. Good work from Fenter. Shahia unleashes the backline once more. Van Rensburg through to Van der Merwe. Shahia. Snyman goes down. Shahia. Look. Do they have another try in them? Shahia. Good work from Herter. Shahia. Stolen by Welkom Gim. Terrific counter racking from Affies. Welkom Gim under tremendous pressure as they work their way into the 22, but it doesn't matter because that is the end of the game. A resounding victory for Affies, 67 points to 3 over Welkom Gim. Welkom Gim opening the scoring with a penalty, but since then it was all the home side.
Yep, that one wrapped up nicely there by the home side. Affies is fondly known as the Tira. A nervy start there by the boys, but stepping up on the physicality with Derek, using the variations well in the pods, and certainly once the reserves came on, they definitely lifted the spirit of the game.
Absolutely. That's another match done and dusted on day 3 of the North-South Rugby Tournament, sponsored by Barloworld Toyota Menlyn here at Affies. The home side coming away with a 67-3 victory over Welkom Gim.